Good evening, folks. I hope you can hear and see me, and I'll try to adjust my green screen so that I can actually move a bit and not immediately reveal my background. Well, it's not the background that's the problem. I just would like to maintain this impression of being inside Marco Lingo Latte Nights Cafe. That's all. But we're back with another episode of our Coffee Talk series. Tonight we have a new guest. It is, I believe, a miss from the Orcish race. We're going to see what her story is, whether it's a happy or a sad one. So far, most of them have been quite sad. Maybe it's time for some positivity from the Coffee Talk side. Hello, Sarah. Hello, Jada. Hello, Magdalena. Good evening to Sarah and Jada, and good afternoon to Magdalena. Thank you for joining. How are you feeling today? While you tell me about that, please let me know if the music is too loud. I did some changes in my settings, so maybe the audio could be a tiny bit louder than usual. Let me know if that needs any adjustments. But there is the new guest, so based on her, I believe these would be... Are these... No, they're not fangs. They're more like tusks, really. They don't really look like fangs. Fangs would be coming from above. These look more like the tusks of a boar. And she also has some bony growths here. Definitely a strange specimen. And she is wearing an NFL jersey, so she's likely a fan of American football, which is not usual. I don't think that there are many football fans in my chat. Do any of you watch American football? Please let me know. I'm definitely not one of those people. But without further ado means without postponing, delaying it, let's continue. So welcome. Yo. So she is a casual girl. A cup of honey milk, please. Alright, so not the most polite of requests, but she did add please at the end. That's something. Honey milk. Right away, so you can say this when you are emphasizing that something will happen or arrive immediately. You will do it immediately. For example, if you told me to lower the volume of the audio, I could say right away. Okay, so what was the order? Wait a second. Was it milk with honey? Yes, milk with honey. So milk, honey, and then should we add some lemon to make it extra healthy, or maybe some ginger, or perhaps another... I'm not sure. Should we add another spoon of honey or just add more milk? Extra milk doesn't change much, but honey adds a lot of sweetness. So let's just go for honey and play it safe. All right. Can we do some latte art? No, it's not an option. Let's see what she thinks. Your honey milk is ready. Thank you. I don't think she was amazed by that. You're welcome. Okay, she is not the most communicative one. I think that it is a bit rude to just look at your phone when there is a person in front of you that's trying to have a nice conversation. I don't know what's happening. We don't have any information. She's still just a stranger and she isn't saying anything. Somebody is coming. And of course it's gonna be Freya. Hey Marcoffee, seems like there's a cat. Where's a cat? I don't think this is a cat, Freya. I think you need a triple shot espresso to wake up. Oh, there's the cat. Oh my god, she got in with me. I am definitely shocked. This isn't a pet-friendly place. I mean, it's a so cute cat. Look at those pointy ears, the whiskers. Remember, these are not called mustache in animals. I have some mustache on my face. This cat has whiskers. So tiny whiskers, pointy ears, and a waving tail. It's a lovely black and white cat. I don't know if these cats are called tuxedo cats. There could be another breed. Maybe you folks know. Magdalena says, I love the cat. Yeah, it's a nice cat. I wonder what its name is. If we get the chance to name it, you'll need to provide some good suggestions. But is this what we call a tuxedo cat? Or is this another breed? We'll need to find that out. So, Let's see. Relax, it's okay. Oh, it is indeed a pet-friendly cafe. Well, if I were the owner in reality, I would definitely make it pet-friendly. Hey, kitty cat. Yes, that is how the English people will approach cats, in a playful and cute way, saying, kitty cat, what are you looking for? Will the cat speak? I mean, in this universe, you never know. Want some milk? Okay, I'm speechless. What is this game? What is this game? Oh my god, I'm baffled. When you are really confused, you can say you are baffled. I definitely don't know what to say to this. Hi, barista. Yes, I'd love some milk. Cool. Holy. And we all know what would come after the holy. You look like you've just seen a ghost. A ghost is a spirit that lives on after a person's death, usually a malevolent meaning evil, malevolent. I don't think you guys have heard that word. Malevolent means evil in the nature. Benevolent is something positive, kind-hearted, well-intended. So, back to this person, this shapeshifter. People or creatures that can turn into animals are called shapeshifters. No, I mean, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to be rude. It's been a while since the last time I saw a Nikomimi transforming. What the hell is a Nikomimi? It's Tuxedo Cat. Okay, well, we thought it was a Tuxedo Cat, but it turned out not to be a cat after all. What is a Nikomimi? Nikomimi. That is a cat girl. So it's basically a character from the Japanese anime which possesses both human and cat traits. Cool. I knew that Nico was a Japanese word for a cat, so it makes sense. We rarely do that in public. I guess we don't have that many Nikomimi or Nekomimi, not sure which one it is, friends. I won't say I have, don't lie. You folks usually use your feline form to commute. So feline is the family, the species that cats belong to. I think that tigers and lions, leopards, all of those cat-like animals are considered felines. And what she means by this is that all of the people who belong to this race generally transform into cats and then commute. Commute is that regular trip undertaken for the purpose of work or education. So when you go to work or you go to school every day, that trip is what we call a commute. If I'm not mistaken. That's right. Well, commuting as a cat sounds more practical. It sure does. You occupy less space and people are kinder to you. Then commuting as a then commuting in a bipedal form. Bipedal means you are walking on two legs. So cats are, I believe, quadrupedal. That's what it should be, meaning they walk on four legs. Bipedal would be how humans move, so on two legs. Kind of. Anyway, before we continue, can I have my milk, please? Ah, I'm sorry. What kind of milk do you want? Just milk? No additional stuff or anything? No, milk and nothing else. Just like a real cat. Okay, so 3 shots of milk. Brew. I mean, what is there to brew? There's nothing to be brewed. Serve it. Fresh milk for the lady with the pretty smile. What is this smart coffee doing? I'm taken. I shouldn't be making compliments like that. I hope Jada is studying and not actively watching. Thank you. Are you hitting on an underage girl? What is this story at this point? So to hit on someone means to try and make flirty advances. You are trying to win somebody's affection in a romantic way. So she interpreted my comments as an attempt of flirting with this cat girl. And underage means she is below 18. Of course, the definition varies based on certain countries, but in most places, the age of 18 is when a person starts being considered an adult. In the legal sense, everyone under the age of 18 is underage, so she is an underage girl. I was just giving her a compliment. Of course I was. Thank you for the compliment. Look at her smile. She liked it. And will she like milk? It's really good. I mean, how bad can milk from a carton be? Like, I didn't do anything to it. I could have only ruined it. There's no thing that I did to make it taste better. You're welcome. What's a young girl like you doing alone this late? I'm not a young girl. I'm a grown-up who can take care of herself. A grown-up, an adult, so it is a more informal term for adults. Grown-ups are essentially, I mean, they are adults, but it's a term that children will often use to refer to adults. You know, they are kids and their parents are grown-ups. And she says she can take care of herself, so she uses the reflexive pronoun, but in the third person, because a grown-up in this case is referring to any grown-up in general, not just herself. You don't look like a grown-up. What? I'm 18. I mean, you're barely a grown-up then. Yeah, that's exactly what I'd call too young. So she believes 18 is too young. Well, I'm not an old lady like you, for sure. Oh, things are getting heated. Besides, oh, she wants to add something extra. I've been earning a living since I was 13 years old. To earn a living means to earn your own money and earn enough to have for your basic needs and maybe even more than just that. And she's been doing that since she was 13 years old. I don't think that's even legal, but okay, great for her and her parents. So I'm definitely not a kid anymore. Definitely not a kid anymore. Anymore is used when you want to imply that something is no longer the case, that something has ended or needs to end. So don't lie to me anymore. You are saying that you want that process of lying to end, or we are not together anymore means you have broken up, your relationship no longer exists. In this case, she says she's not a kid anymore. She is now a grown-up, an adult. Her childhood is over. How? I'm sure you know. I'm afraid what's gonna come after this. Look at that. That's what we call a wink. So closing one eye, especially in a way of delivering a non-verbal message, is what we call winking, or just a wink in the singular. Closing both of your eyes, especially as a reflex, that is what we call blinking, a blink, but closing one eye is a wink. I don't. Neither do I. Oh my, are you? What do you think she is? I'm afraid to find out. I don't think I'm gonna like the answer. What do you guys think? What could she be? I'm really curious to know what you guys think. This lady, I don't think we know her name, right? Nico Mimi is just her race. What could she be doing so that she earns money, and she's been doing it since she was 13? What can a 13-year-old do? In this virtual world, of course. What I like about my coffee is that it's really hot. You can see the steam coming out of the cup. So the steam is this hot air that is visible. It's coming out of the cup and even from her cup. So we even got some steaming milk inside. What could be her profession? I have no clue. Maybe she could be an influencer. Yes, that's right. Nowadays, you have many children on social media. That is unfortunate. I recently came across a page on Instagram where a child, a literal child, not a teenager, but like a 10-year-old child, was teaching people English. Like they were making the same content that I make. Here are 5 English idioms you're gonna find very useful. And the worst thing is that was a small page, but I've seen some children from Asian countries like Vietnam or Thailand who have hundreds of thousands of followers, and they do the exact thing. So the children are teaching people English, and I don't like that. Not in a way that they're taking away my viewers or anything like that, but I don't see it right that children under the age of 16, for example, not even 18, but under the age of 16, are being exploited by their parents for fame and money. So I do think your answer could be correct, Magdalena. Let's see. Just say it. Okay, she's an influencer. If this is something illegal, not allowed, or if you are in danger, blink twice. Okay? She's blinking. In fact, she has just blinked twice. I think she might be in trouble. Okay, now she has stopped blinking. Really? With a cute face like mine? I mean, obviously she's not selling drugs. Exactly. So that's what she's trying to say. That face would probably mean you're not gonna be under the scrutiny from police. Scrutiny means being closely watched, analyzed. So with her kind of face, she could easily go under the radar. She could easily avoid being spotted and caught. Seriously, you've never seen me on TV or social media, Magdalena? I think you got it. I think you got it. She's some sort of a child model slash influencer. I don't want to sound like a snob. A snob is somebody who, I mean, what is a snob exactly? I've heard of that word many times. We even use it in Serbian, but I'm not sure about the definition. A person who believes they are socially, culturally, or intellectually superior to others. Those are snobs. So she means to say, okay, I'm about to say something that makes me seem like I think I'm better than you, and she is most likely going to say, oh, I don't watch the TV, or I don't use social media because I don't like wasting my time. So remember, snobs, people who think they are better than others. But I don't watch mainstream media, of course. Neither do I. Mainstream, obviously something that is most popular with the broad ranges of people. So most people will watch such channels or follow social media that is mainstream. You can also use mainstream for music, even movies, many different areas that attract human interest. Snob. Yes, she is a snob. She didn't have to bring it up. Part of the broke out woke movement, I see. Yes, so the woke movement was something that started in the United States in the late 2010s, and it essentially promoted this idea of not following the mainstream media, not believing what the government tells you or what big news agencies tell you. That's why they use the name woke, which comes from awoken, somebody who has come out of sleep. You must be the broke part. Ooh, you need some good English to understand the joke. If you were able to understand the joke, then congrats. If you weren't, don't be afraid, I'll explain. So she initially said the name of the movement was Broke Out Woke. And broke out in that sense means you've gotten out of this prison, of this cage you were in. But then she said you must be the broke part, and broke is an adjective used to describe somebody with little to no money. So when you say you're broke, you don't have any money left, or you have just enough to cover the bare minimum your life demands. So she's basically calling her poor. That's what she is implying by her being the broke part. I don't see you ordering any drinks. She's evil. She is rude, guys. Very impolite. What? Too broke for a cup of coffee? Yes, you can see broke. Too broke for a cup of coffee. Like you don't even have enough money for a cup of coffee. Why am I even laughing? It wasn't funny. It was just offensive. Freya is speechless. She's not that great for business. No. I'm even siding with the girl. I'm the worst kind of a man. Just because I might be fancying her, I've turned my back to my most loyal customer. Shame on this Smart Coffee. Oh, really? Sometimes I wonder, could this coffee shop survive without me? It's a valid question. What are you waiting for, Grandma? Why is she so rude? Make your order. Is this some kind of maid cafe experiment or something? Maid cafe? Not sure what that experiment could be. A maid is a woman most of the time who takes care of household chores. So rich families to this day, and especially in the past, would hire a maid who would clean, cook, maybe take care of the kids. Once again, just help with the household activities or do them all together. But maid cafe experiment, is that an actual experiment that happened? Maid cafe experiment. What could that be? A maid cafe? Ah, that is something Japanese. It's a subcategory of cosplay cafes. So basically, people in those cafes, or more specifically the staff, will wear costumes, especially maid costumes. And they will treat their customers as masters, as if they were in a private home. Okay. That's unique. She is aggressive, I agree. I think she goes over the line. She is going beyond the boundaries. I don't like that kind of behavior. Have you ever been to a maid cafe, Magdalena? Have you been to Japan, first and foremost? I've never been there, but I would love to visit. However, I don't think I would go to a maid cafe. The idea of waiters and especially waitresses treating you as their master. I don't know, there's just something inherently wrong with that. So what do you want to order? The usual. And we all know what the usual is. Triple shot espresso. Easy. Easy. I think my brewing skills have improved. Your espresso is ready. Of course, she's gonna love it. As good as usual. We have the as comparison. As we said in the past, we need to use the base form of the adjective. So not as better as or as fastest as. It will be as fast as good as beautiful as, etc. Glad you liked it. Yes. Wait a minute. Something has crossed her mind. You do look familiar. So when somebody looks familiar, they resemble someone. You feel like you've seen them before somewhere. Or if you are talking about a topic, a name maybe, or a song, you could say, oh, that sounds familiar. Like it is something that I have somewhere in my mind. Who is she? Are you in a pop group? That's right. She's gonna be in a J-pop group. Are you Rachel Florencia? Look at her smiling. She definitely is Rachel Florencia. I've never been to Japan. I hope we'll all get the chance to go to Japan. I think it is just something else. It is completely different from anything we have in Europe or in the Americas, North and South America. Japan has a world of its own. That's why they have some concepts like what was Nico, Mommy, and maid cafes. Like that just doesn't exist in Europe. The member of Super Smiles who just graduated. Okay, so Super Smiles is the name of the fictional group, and she just graduated, meaning she finished her high school most likely. And started her solo career. That's right. You're not a lost cause after all, Grandma. She's still so rude and aggressive. If somebody spoke like this to me, I honestly just refuse to continue the conversation. Imagine somebody constantly addressing you as a grandma or a grandpa. It doesn't make sense. It just means you need to end the conversation at the spot right away. But a lost cause is someone or something that is beyond saving. It cannot be saved. So if you feel like your business is failing, it's going bankrupt, and you can't fix it, you can say it's a lost cause. In this case, she's saying maybe Freya isn't completely lost, isn't as bad as she initially thought. That brings us back to my first question. What the hell are you doing here? She just knows that the best coffee is served at the Mar Coffee Cafe. Drinking milk. I'm serious. But you can see it with your own eyes, right? It's true. I'm really here to drink milk. How come this coffee shop attracts so many weird people? I do wonder. We've had elves, we've had succubuses, we've had orcs. I think we haven't had nearly as many humans as I'd like to have. Well, while we do have a lot of unusual customers, this is the first time we've had a famous celebrity visit. A celebrity, somebody that is famous, that people know, to drink milk, no less. Yes, no less can be used to emphasize something that is maybe unusual, something that goes outside the norms. So in this case, You wouldn't expect a celebrity to be there for the sake of drinking milk, so I'm highlighting that and saying to drink milk, no less. Like, it's not anything lesser than that. It is a very specific reason she came. Yay! Achievement unlocked. Woo! Let's go. No, seriously. Why are you here? Okay, let's hear it. Well, you know, the usual young folks problem. We said folks, a gender-neutral term for people in general. Young folks problems, well, problems that young people have. Maybe a breakup, maybe, I don't know. What else could be the problem for a famous 18-year-old? I had a fight with my father. Oh, I wasn't thinking about that, but it is definitely something that young folks often struggle with. And so here I am, drinking milk. Ah, I see. But is it okay for a celebrity like you to be out alone this late? That is the question. I don't think it's safe being completely alone. Somebody could recognize her and maybe try to extort money, try to rob her. It could be a problem. You don't need to worry about me. She can just shape-shift into a cat and she'll be fine. I can turn into a cat. Exactly. Now I'm really worried. Anyway, what happened? My dad, we got into an argument. What do you guys think could be the reason for their argument? Let me try to think about it. What could be the reason for their argument? She wanted to travel outside the country, but her father wouldn't let her do it. Or, even more likely, she is in love with a man, with a boy from another race, just like Bailey's and Lua, but her father is against them. Those are my picks. What do you guys think? What could have caused this argument between them? I'm sincerely wondering, like, I don't think it makes much sense to go out, drink milk at night, and just leave your home. Ah, yes, that's right. She might be in trouble for her behavior. If she acts like that and speaks like that with her father, then she probably isn't going to have the best relationship with him. I like your way of thinking, Magdalena. It is a reasonable prediction. So let's see. He doesn't like my line of work. Ah, the line of work is obviously the industry, the sort of profession that you belong to. Not one specific job, but, you know, I'm in the education line of work. More specifically, I'm an English teacher, but I am an educator. He always saw my profession as something negative. I mean, you are sort of selling your face and your looks when you are inside a pop group. But I love what I'm doing. However, that is what matters the most. If you love what you're doing, nobody else should stop you from doing it. What about your mother? What are her thoughts on your career choice? She passed away a few years ago. To pass away, to die. So unfortunately, she is no longer amongst the living. I'm sorry to hear that. It's all right. Your dad uh, your dad know anything about the entertainment industry? So this is a casual question. It is not grammatically correct. It should be, does your dad know anything about the entertainment industry? But they use the intonation here. Your dad know anything about the entertainment industry? That is the reason why it goes against the standard grammar rules. He used to work in showbiz decades ago. So decades are time periods of 10 years. Used to work, it's an old habit, an old activity that is no longer true, and showbiz is short for show business. So yeah, he does know a thing or two. Somebody's coming. For the first time, we're gonna have 4 people. And it's Officer Georgie. Good evening, Mark Coffee. Good evening, girls I've never met before. I just saw you yesterday. If you guys remember, last time I brewed the wrong coffee for this officer, so I hope this time we do a better job. Just kidding, Freya. Anyway, Mark Coffee. Yes, officer? I need something for my sore throat. So sore throat is the problem, the symptom of a common cold for the most part, and it means you have pain when swallowing. Can you get a brother a cup of green tea with lemon and honey? A brother, this confused me, but sometimes, especially African Americans, will address each other as brothers. Yes, you remember the policeman. Can you get a brother a cup of green tea with lemon and honey? So that sounds like a good order. Something that can really sort of calm down your sore throat and ease your pain. So let's prepare green tea. You said lemon and honey. Brew. Yes, that's right. That's what the officer does. Just not her time, I believe it's his time, right? I don't think Georgie is a woman, but he shouldn't be spending his time in the coffee shop. I agree with that. There's a lot of crime outside. Your special drink is ready? Well. What do we have here? It's my special cough syrup. Cough? That is coughing, not to be confused with which is sneezing. So coughing usually comes from your lungs or from your throat. It will often be accompanied by phlegm, unless it's dry cough when there is nothing coming out. But sneezing is usually a one-time thing, so one-off thing. You just sneeze and then you're okay. Sometimes you'll have 2 or 3 sneezes in a row, but overall sneezing is, I would say, much less uncomfortable than coughing is. And okay, a syrup is something you are prescribed when you are having a cold. So I'm giving him my special cough syrup. I love green tea with lemon. It's a great combination. I really think that the sourness of lemons complements the bitterness of the green tea. It creates a great mix. And then adding some honey as well gives it just a tiny bit of sugar and sweetness. So I would say my cough syrup is quite tasty. What do you call it? Remember, folks, it's not how do you call it. How do you call it in English? No. What do you call it? We use what when we ask for the names of things. Cough syrup. Not the most creative name. He was shocked. Of course you do. Let's see whether this drink tastes as good as it smells. Whether or not you're introducing a question that will either be answered with yes or no. And let's see what his answer is going to be. Damn! This is great. Of course it is. How's your day going? Anything out of the ordinary on your patrol? I hope not. If there was something out of the ordinary, then he shouldn't be in the cafe. But yes, anything out of the ordinary means the normal, the standard circumstances. So if I'm streaming every night at 9 p.m., then everything is under control. Everything is ordinary. You can also use ordinary as an adjective to describe something that is seen every day, that is considered the standard, the norm. I'm just an ordinary man. Like I'm saying, I'm not special. I'm just one of the many. And the patrol is obviously when the policemen move around an area and monitor for potential breaches of law. Ginger, lemon, and honey, the best syrup. I like the sound of it. I was never the biggest fan of ginger. I always felt like it was a bit too... I don't even know how I would define. It's just bitter. It's really bitter and strange. But it is very healthy. So for those of you who can tolerate the taste of it, or even some of you who like it, it is a great resource and a great way to get some additional vitamins in your system. Yeah. Anything interesting today? Actually, maybe there was something interesting. I witnessed something scary on my shift today. Okay, we all know what a shift is. That time when you work during a specific day. Scary, frightening. Well, I mean, frightening would be very scary. So, scary is something that makes you feel uncomfortable and causes fear inside your body. And to witness something means to see it. So when there is a crime, the court will invite the witnesses to go and provide their testimony. So when you are a witness, it means you've seen an event. So he witnessed something scary. Tell me. You sure you want to hear it? Again, they've omitted the auxiliary verb do. Or actually, in this case, it should be the verb to be, are you sure you want to hear it? Yes! The scary thing I witnessed was my salary. I mean, there is this stereotype in Serbia that the policemen are just not funny people. They have a bad sense of humor, but I would say this was a good one. How did you like it, guys? I think it was pretty funny. Seriously. Yeah, today is payday. So the day when you receive your payment is your payday. And I checked the ATM during my shift. The ATM stands for the automatic teller machine. It is the machine that you can withdraw your money from, or very often deposit your money into your account as well. Such a horrible sight. Yes, sight is the name of your ability to see. So there are 5 senses. One of them is your sight, but at the same time, it could describe a view. So it was a horrible view or a horrible sight. Other than that, and the labor union protest, so labor is another term for working, but going into labor also means giving birth. So when a woman goes into labor, it means she is ready to deliver her child. The child is about to get out to the world. In this case, though, it is the labor union, so the union of workers. And everything was fine in general. How can you say it's fine? We got a young celebrity lurking around by herself. Lurking? To lurk means to sort of hide and watch from a corner. You know, watch without being under the spotlight. For example, animals will lurk. When a cat is hunting, it will try to hide and be ready to ambush an animal, a mouse, most of the time. When you are online and you are lurking in the internet lingo, that means you are just reading what other people are writing, and you're not actually writing anything yourself. Like the people who are watching, we have 6-7 people watching right now, but only Sarah and Magdalena are writing. So all of the other viewers are essentially lurking. That's what they're doing today. But yes, they have a young celebrity lurking by herself, so all alone. Ain't that strong proof that this area is safe? Kinda true. Kinda is. So ain't that is the Afro-American way of asking for confirmation. And yes, strong proof. Proof is something you use to show an idea is true. Something is really the case. Hey, finally this stranger starts talking. Thank you for the drink and the place to sit. I'm going back now. Oh, thank you for coming. Hope you enjoyed your time. Uh-huh. And she's gone. We never learned her name. Welcome, Lucas. It's a pleasure to see you here. How are you feeling today? Let us know. Who the hell was that? Freya has no idea. She just sat there and read. Be careful not to pronounce this as read. Both the infinitive and the past form are spelled the same, but it is going to be read in the present and read in the past. I'm sure that's pretty normal in a coffee shop. To be fair, it very much is. I mean, you always do that here when you're writing. I guess you're right. Anyway, where were we? Remember, guys, if there's something you should learn from these streams, it's how to use anyway. When you want to change the topic, just say anyway. Anyway, happy to be here. Yes, Lucas, it's a pleasure, really, to have you back. We've all missed you. Oh, yes. What are you doing here, young lady? It's pretty late, you know. I don't have anywhere else to go. Oh, it's a depressing story. And this place looked cozy. Cozy means something warm, comfortable, nothing fancy, but something that gives you comfort. If you have a cozy apartment, it's going to be a relatively small apartment, but a well-maintained, decorated one that will give you the peace of mind. That's what cozy means. I see. So you basically wanted to go to a bar, but you're underage, right? Remember, guys, what underage means? Under the legal age of being an adult. In most countries, it means somebody is below 18. How did you know? You can read minds now, old man. They all like to call each other old. I don't know why they're doing that. I have a daughter around her age. It's easy to translate what they say, especially when you have to deal with them every day. It is a problem. So he knows how it is to have a teenager, a rebellious teenager at home. I don't know why you're here, but everything's gonna be okay. So he is reassuring her. To give somebody reassurance means to tell them words that will make them feel safe and confirm their beliefs. She wants to believe that everything will be fine and that she is safe inside this coffee shop, and he is reassuring her that things are indeed going to be that way. You can forget all of your problems while you're here. So while used to say that something is happening simultaneously at the same time as another thing. He is suggesting she forgets all her problems at the time she is inside the coffee shop. Dude, you're a cop. Dude. An expression, a friendly expression for a man. It's similar to how you would say bro. You're a cop, an informal name for a policeman. It's not his job to take care of someone else's daughter. True. Police doesn't have to do that. He is a cop. That is exactly his job. Depends in what sense. If there is no imminent danger, and if she is really 18, albeit she might be underage at the end of the day, then it might be her job. Otherwise, if she is safe and she's just enjoying her time, there's a mosquito in my room. Guys, I hate mosquitoes. If you ever see me just throwing my hands around, it means I'm trying to catch a mosquito. Who else hates mosquitoes here in the chat? Please tell me in the comments, in the chat, who hates mosquitoes? Because I can't stand them. Like, as soon as I see a mosquito, I need to locate it and make sure it's dead. If they bite me, I get horrible allergies. So I would like to avoid that and eliminate the threat as soon as possible. But that is not my job. I'm not a mosquito hunter. I'm an English teacher, so let's get back to English learning. Relax, Freya. Don't be so uptight. So don't be so formal. Don't be so fixated on his position, on his role. Yeah. Mr. Policeman here made me feel much safer already. Great. You know it yourself, Freya. This place is very safe. Right, Officer Georgie? Of course, this is the safest place around here. We have the policeman's confirmal. He has confirmed that. What else do we need? Hey, that endorsement comes with a discount, right? So he's trying to be secretive about it. An endorsement is a promotion, especially a verbal endorsement. So when you have the elections in the United States, you will often hear that person A, like Kanye West, endorsed Donald Trump. So he gave him his public support. He said he is a great man and the best choice for the country. So in this case, Georgie endorsed my coffee shop and said it was really safe and a place that people should go to. However, that comes with a discount. So when something comes with a discount, it means the other person expects a favor in return. In this case, a discount on coffee. Let's see what you guys have said. I really hate mosquitoes and I have to battle with them every single night here. That's awful. I feel your pain, Lucas. I truly do. What do you do? How do you battle with them? Do you just try to catch them like I do? You know, you try to splash them with your palms? Do you maybe use any of those mosquito repellents? A repellent is any device or any spray which is supposed to keep, in this case, mosquitoes away, to repel them. To repel means to force back. So when a mosquito comes to bite you, the repellent sort of pushes it away. It forces it to go away from your body. But I don't use any mosquito repellents. I like to keep things natural. I hate mosquitoes because I can't sleep with their noise. The buzzing of the mosquitoes is scary. It is annoying, absolutely. I would say that the buzzing of flies is even worse. But if I hear a mosquito buzzing around my head, I know there is not going to be any sleep until I confirm that they are all dead. That is my approach. Call me crazy, but I can't stand mosquitoes. Can't stand means you hate them. And these people are looking at each other. What? Don't look at me that way. You're a cop, old man. I'm reading a bit more silently because I feel like that's the reason why the letters are in a different font and smaller. Act like one. I deal with crimes and public safety. How should I know how to handle someone else's daughter? Pardon. How should I know how to handle someone else's daughter? Fair enough. You should know. You're a father yourself. Okay, so you are a father yourself. When you say you are something yourself, it means you are that thing that comes before yourself. So I'm a little bit of a basketball player myself. It means, okay, I play basketball here and there. In this case, he is not just a bit of a father himself, he is a father, and he should know how to handle other people's daughters. Oh, right. Guys, you know I can hear you, right? Oh, so I was right. They were whispering. Let's check the chat. I often use sprays, repellents, my hands, and the force of the mind. How does the force of the mind work? Do you just try to create some telekinetic power that will blow all the mosquitoes away? Or do you just try to ignore them and tell yourself it is okay? What's your approach? One way to repel mosquitoes is to rub Vicks Vapor Rub on yourself. Is that a product? Vicks Vapor Rub? It sounds like one, though I've never used it. Magdalena, could you please elaborate? It could be a life-changing moment, guys, if Magdalena reveals something that could truly get rid of mosquitoes. Really. See, Freya? She has good hearing. We spoke about the sight, so the ability to see. Hearing is another sense that humans possess, so hearing ability. That should help her protect herself. Anyway, Miss Rachel, what brings you here? I think she has already told him. She got into an argument with her father. As I've told the others, I had a fight with my dad. Ha 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 ha! Why are you laughing? Me and my daughter fight every day. That's right. So it's a normal occurrence, nothing special. I've heard it once, Magdalena. I didn't know that it works, in fact. Well, I'm still not sure what that is. But Lucas, I think we'll have to try. We'll have to give it a try. Hey, why would you say that? Because it's true. I've fought a lot with my kids. That's normal. In fact, whenever we finish arguing about something, we become closer as a family. I don't know, do you guys agree with this? That arguments actually bring people closer together? What is your opinion? I think that arguments, especially those successfully resolved, can help, but only if they happen sporadically, if they don't happen often. If you're arguing every single day, I think that is going to be mentally draining and it won't help anyone. So let me know, do you guys, or did you argue with your parents when you were teenagers? I would say I really didn't argue much with either my mom or my dad. They were quite lenient in a positive way. Lenient is the opposite of strict. So when you describe somebody as lenient, it means they are generally relaxed and they won't enforce the rules strictly. So I had lenient parents. Huh? Because when things have calmed down, I learned something about them. I don't know, I can't say I agree with his approach. And they learned something about me as well. You can see as well comes at the end of a statement. As long as we don't leave things unresolved. That's right, leaving things unresolved is bad. So if you go to sleep angry at one another, it is going to create tension. As long as it is a conjunction used to say that whatever comes after it needs to happen. So as long as you guys join, I will stream every day. So you need to join in order for my stream to happen every day. Here, Georgie is saying, as long as we don't leave things unresolved, he's using the negative version. So it means only if they leave things unresolved, bad things happen. But as long as they don't, then an argument makes things better. So actually, the argument improves their relationship. Would be written as linear? No, I will help you with that. Just a second. I will write in the chat. Oh, but where is my chat? Why can't I see docs? Chat. Yes, I think I can see it now. Give me a second, Lucas, and I'll write it for you. Hey, I think. No, not he. I wanted to write hey. Hey, I think you can see me now in the chat. Yes, you can. Perfect. So it will be lenient. Lenient. Like this. Lenient. And the meaning of it is not strict. Not strict. So were your parents lenient or strict, Lucas? But it happens so often. Tonight was just one among countless others. Remember, we said when something comes before a less, it means that whatever was there doesn't actually exist. So countless means there is no count. It is impossible to count them. They argue so much, you just can't go from 1 to 10. It is count. There have been countless arguments. He wasn't like this before it happened. And now we have to wonder what that it means. You mean before your solo career? No, before mom passed away. To pass away, to die, lose one's life. It's a tragic story. What happens after each fight? Nothing. We just don't talk about it until another fight starts. Unresolved problems are dangerous. That's right. When you resolve a problem, it means the problem is over. You have found the solution. Unresolved problems create more tension. It ain't easy. Again, this is the African American English, where ain't replaces all the different forms of the verb to be. So you can say, I ain't happy, you ain't right, it ain't easy. It does simplify the language in many ways, but it is still considered incorrect by the standard grammar. So it should be, it isn't easy. But you gotta understand, so you have to understand each other better. And as much as I hate to admit it, it is a good chunk of language. Or you can even forget the verb, admit. You could say, as much as I hate to say, when you are introducing a point that you might not agree with, but that you still consider to be true. So as much as I hate to say that Croatia is better than Serbia in football, they are at the World Cup and we aren't, so it is a fact. As much as I hate to say it, or in this case, as much as I hate to admit it. To admit something means you either did something wrong and you are now saying what you've done, so you are admitting your mistakes and your crimes, or it could be a fact that you formally disagree with. You say you disagree with it, but then deep down you know it is true. So in this case, I know that Croatia is better at football than we are, but I still don't want to admit it. I don't want to say it. Oh, understood. Thank you. You're welcome, Lucas. My mother was strict and my father was lenient. Same. Completely the same in my case, Magdalena. So my dad was very relaxed, very chill, as you would say these days. And my mom was not super strict. Like I said, both of them overall, I would consider as lenient, but my dad was definitely more lenient than my mom. And I'm happy about that. If they were both as lenient as my father was, I don't know how I would turn out. I think children need some degree of discipline. Conflict is always the best way to know someone. I don't know. I'm not sure about that. But it could be true. When you argue with someone, I think you can really see their true face. Even your own blood. Yes, in this case, your own blood means your family. But it was never this bad when mom was around. When mom was alive. She is the only one who understood me. And she also understood your father. Yes, maybe he and your mom also had arguments, but your mom acted as a mediator between the two of you. A mediator is a person who makes sure a process, a negotiation concludes successfully. So if there are two sides which are having some issues in communication, a mediator, a third person, can step in and make sure the two sides come to a successful resolution, a successful agreement. That's possible. Now that mom's gone, I don't have anyone to act as my guardian. A guardian is somebody who protects a person. In this case, her mom was her guardian. A guardian could also protect a location. So you could have, the guardians of the pyramids or even the royal guards in front of the Buckingham Palace. And your dad, he lost his best negotiator. Yes, negotiator, mediator, people who participate in negotiations and discussions. Wait a second. You said this has happened a lot, but why did you run this time? My daughter never ran away. Wait, maybe it's because I'm the one who always ran away. So that's why he's always in this coffee shop. He's actually running away from his daughter and his family, not from his work. Using my job as an excuse. So he meant running away to his job. And his job was an excuse. An excuse is something you say, you give when you need to explain an action. You need to give a reason why you're doing something. I can confirm that. Yeah, I run here a lot. But yeah, I hate to tell you again, you both gotta resolve your issues. Unresolved problems are dangerous in any relationship. Do you guys agree with this? I think we can say amen to that. It is true. I sort of, in a way, understand what you're going through, Rachel. So, going through what she is experiencing. I also ran away when I was younger. Many people ran away from their homes. I've never run away from my house. Have you guys ever done that? I hope you haven't. I also ran away when I was younger. Are you on good terms with your parents now? So being on good terms means you are in a good relationship. I am. When and how did it happen? So how did they fix their relationship? That's what she is wondering. To be honest, I'm not even sure myself. It just happened. Maybe I should run even farther, or you could use further. Farther should be used when talking about the distance. So far, farther, and further for the story. But these days, especially in American English, further is used for both. So I myself would naturally say I should run even further, not farther. I mean, I have my own income, so her own money. She's earning her own money. I don't need to rely on my dad. To rely on someone, on something, means that whatever you rely on is your support. So if she relies on her father, it means her father provides money, housing. Her father is her pillar. Her father is something that keeps her, standing upright, keeps her afloat. But she doesn't need to rely on him because she has her own money. Nowadays, we are trying not to rely on fossil fuels because right now, or in the last 50 years, fossil fuels have powered almost everything. Our electricity, our vehicles, our heating systems. We rely on them too much, and hopefully it'll change in the future. Yeah, I wouldn't recommend that. Why? I'm an adult. No adult would ever say, I'm an adult. I disagree. I think I've said I'm an adult a couple of times. Maybe that means I'm still not an adult. Just give yourself time to think, Miss Rachel, and try to understand your father's perspective. So try to understand the way your father thinks. I'm sure both of you will be able to solve this, like adults. You don't need to rush to a decision. So to rush, to run as fast as possible, try to complete something quickly. And he's saying you don't need to really force it and try to get it as fast as possible. You can take your time. I'm not sure about that. Just take your time. Exactly. So take your time. You can say this to someone to make sure they don't rush. They understand, okay, there is enough time. So take your time. We are in no hurry. But now I would recommend you just go home. It's really late. I need to go home as well. I can give you a ride. So give somebody a ride. Just put them in your car or another vehicle. Most of the time it's going to be your car, and then drive them to a location. We don't say I'm gonna give you a drive. I'm gonna give you a ride. Remember, when you are inside the car and you are not the driver, you are riding in it. But when you are the driver behind the wheel, you are driving the car. So I am driving the car and I'm riding in a car. Those are the two different verbs. But you don't need to talk to your father right away. Just go straight to your room. So he's saying that, okay, when you get to your house, you don't have to immediately, right away. Right away means immediately. You don't have to immediately talk to your father. Just go straight to your room. So going straight means not going left, not going right, just keeping ahead. At least knowing you're safe at home will give him some peace. That's right. So her father won't worry about his daughter's location. That will allow him to think more clearly about everything. You're right. You really are a cop, Georgie. Of course I am. So where do you live, Miss Rachel? In the western part of Nico Town. Oh, that's quite far. Quite an intensifier that means something along the lines of very. So perhaps a bit less than very, but it does mean more than just far. So if you say, oh, I quite like chocolate, it's stronger than just saying I like chocolate. And Georgie is saying it's quite far. You're still going to drive me home, right? Oh, he got himself in trouble. He'll have to drive to the other part of the town. Old man, of course I will. Yeah, he couldn't back out of it. He couldn't back out. He had to deliver on his promise. To back out of something means to cancel it, to step away from the plan. But he couldn't do it. He couldn't leave this poor, perhaps underage girl alone. Should I drive you home too, Miss Freya? I mean, he might as well switch to being a taxi driver at this point. No, you don't have to. I'm riding my bike. Yes, we ride bikes and we drive other vehicles. Are you sure? 100% sure. No doubts about it. Okay, we'll be off then. So we'll be off means we are leaving. You can use this when you are about to leave a place. You're at your friend's house and you decide to go. You can say, okay, I'll be off then. Yeah, I'm going. Bye-bye. Thank you, Mark Coffee and Freya. Take care on your way home. See you around, Mark Coffee. And they're gone. We're down to Freya again. The most loyal customer. And there they went. Yes. You can stay longer if you want. Nah, it's fine. I also have to call it a day. And I think I'll have to call it a day as well, folks. It is already 10:30 here in Serbia. It is time to just relax a little bit and prepare for another day. But do not worry, we'll be back with another stream tomorrow. Let's just finish this conversation. So to call it a day, I don't know if I said the definition. It means to end the work for the day, or in a broader sense, it could also mean retiring. So I think that Ronaldo should call it a day. So I'm saying I think Ronaldo should retire and stop his active playing career. How's the writing, by the way? It's getting there. So like it's progressing gradually. It's not going perfectly, but you know, bit by bit, step by step, it is getting there. It is getting towards the end point. That's nice to hear. I'm juggling a lot of work though. Juggling is that skill of just throwing multiple items into the air at the same time. I could never do that. I was always bad at juggling. Could any of you juggle at any point of your lives? I'm really curious if we have any jugglers here, but I could never do it. However, Freya is, idiomatically speaking, juggling a lot of work. So she is doing a little bit of writing, a little bit of reporting, God knows what else. And she's barely making her deadlines. So she can't submit her work on time, or she actually can, but barely. Barely means it is just enough. So if her deadline is Monday at 8 p.m., she will submit her work at 7:58. So she will barely make the deadline. I don't know if I can keep this up. Keep something up, continue in the same manner. So you guys should keep up your good work and carry on studying English. Why don't you just come clean? To come clean means to admit your wrongdoings. It means to admit you've done something wrong. That is what coming clean means. If I made a mistake that I didn't want to share with you, for example, I said that the past tense of catch is catched instead of caught, and I pretend like it is the correct version, and I say I'm 100% sure that is correct, then maybe sometime later I will realize I was wrong not to admit my mistake, and I will say, guys, I need to come clean. I was wrong. I lied to you. I pretended like my answer was right, but I was actually wrong. So that would be an example of coming clean. In this case, I'm suggesting she tells her boss about using her work hours for writing her book. So I'm suggesting she comes clean in that sense. I'm juggling like Freya. Ah, yes, Magdalena, you are juggling between streams and your work. I really admire your dedication. Thank you for that. Here, when we want to say someone is passing through a difficult situation, we say, One is juggling hot potatoes. Yes, yes, yes. I've heard of something similar. Here in Serbia, when we talk about hot potatoes, it is usually in the sense of something that nobody wants to do. Some situation or a task that everybody is trying to avoid. And I think you understand the logic of a hot potato. Like everybody just throws it away from their hands into somebody else's hands. So I think a hot potato is a good expression. Tell your boss about the publishing offer. Yes, who knows? Maybe she'll understand. Yeah, right. Great job, Freya. Here, take some money. Go take a vacation and finish your novel. So she's being sarcastic, obviously. Her boss won't be too happy about it. In your dreams. I'm not exactly employee of the month. An employee is the person working for a company, and an employer is the person or an organization providing work to employees. You never know. You never know. I might end up on the chopping block. Ooh, the chopping block is an informal term for the people who are going to be laid off or even fired. So people who are going to lose their jobs. Hopefully she doesn't end up on the chopping block. Oh, the pressure. I'm sure about one thing though. This coffee shop has a lot of stories to tell. It sure does. So yeah, I'll probably be back tomorrow. The door is always open for you. I bet it is. So to bet, obviously, to place some money on the outcome of an event. In this case, she says, yes, it really is always like that. Okay then, take care. Be careful on your way home. And I think that'll bring us to the end of today's episode. Yes, indeed. That was all for today, folks. Black magic, sweet, cool, and magically wakes you up. I think that's gonna be the new drink for our next session of Coffee Talk. How did you guys like it? I think that today's stories weren't as depressing as some of the previous ones. We had this lovely girl who had a fight with her father, but it was nothing too serious. We have some daily newspapers, werewolf activist imprisoned for owning illegal fury sedative. We had that in one of the previous sessions. Werewolves are struggling with this fury that forces them to go crazy and turn into actual wolves. The Orcish Workers Union in talks with the government over their pleas. So they are trying to... A plea is a sort of a demand, but a polite one for something. So maybe the workers want better pay or better conditions. They are pleading with the government. And rap group Street Orchestra, like I think it's a play on the word orchestra, so they made it orchestra, questioned over their pro-eco-terrorism lyrics. Cool. I think we'll have a lot to uncover in our next session. And we have Mr. Hyde back. I wonder when Mr. Jekyll will come. Or Dr. Jekyll. It was Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde, right? Save the game. And like I said, let's basically call it a day. Go back to the main menu. What are you guys saying? I like it. The new character was good. Yes, that's right. I love this cafe. Nice folks. Indeed, great use of the word folks. I like it. I've learned lenient, rely, juggling. Thank you. You're most welcome, Lucas. Thank you all, folks, for joining. As always, it was my pleasure being in this Mark Coffee Cafe with lovely folks like you. Take great care. Have a wonderful Monday night in Europe, Sarah and other Europeans, and a great Monday afternoon to you, Lucas and Magdalena, over in the Americas. See you guys tomorrow, not with Coffee Talk, but with a new student. Come to give them some support and ask questions, as we always do.